Hello everyone, I am Tara from Department of Zoology. I hope you are all doing well. As you all know, it's a pandemic time. Whenever you go outside, please wear mask, stay safe, stay healthy. Today, I am going to dealing with the new topic, that is the human endocrine glands. In the body of the animals, there are some glands. They are having a without duct. These ductless glands are called as an endocrine glands. These glands secrete certain chemical substances. These substances are called hormones or chemical messengers. These hormones are released to the bloodstream from through the circulating blood. They act on a particular tissue or a organ. That particular tissue or organ that is called as a target organ. Every hormone has some particular target sites, so these hormones brings about a coordination. That's why these hormones are called as chemical coordinators. Mainly these hormones regulates the control the reproductive action, growth, metabolism and also homeostasis. The homeostasis, it is nothing but the maintenance of a body balance. Hormones actions are long lasting when compared to the nerves action. Even very small amount of hormones actions are more effective. That leads to the hormonal imbalance and also it leads to the health issues to the body of the animals. So next, coming to the pituitary gland. The pituitary or a hypophysis is commonly called as an master gland of a endocrine system. It is also called as an composite gland because which is situated in the base of the brain. The pituitary is a small rounded body is attached to the base of the brain. It means of a hypophyseal sac. That's why it is also called as an hypophysis. Mainly it weighs about 0.5 grams in a healthy individual. The pituitary gland that consisting of 3 lobes, that is anterior lobe and also posterior lobe. The anterior lobe that is called as an adenohypophysis and also the posterior lobe that is called a neurohypophysis. In between the anterior hypophysis and also anterior lobe or adenohypophysis and also posterior lobe neurohypophysis, there is a intermediate lobe. The intermediate lobe that is called as an pars intermedia. These are secreting the hormones, but the tropic hormones only secreted in a adenohypophysis. Next, coming to the pituitary gland anatomy. In case of a hypothalamus, from through the hypothalamus there is a sac will be arises. This is called as an pituitary sac. From through the pituitary sac there is a 2 lobes will be arises, that is the anterior pituitary lobe and also posterior pituitary lobe. The anterior pituitary lobe that consisting of a 3 part, pars tubularis, pars intermedia and also pars distalis. The posterior pituitary lobe, in between the anterior pituitary lobe and also posterior pituitary lobe there is a intermediate lobe. Then the intermediate lobe, it is mainly arises from the hypothalamus. That's why the pituitary gland or it is also called as an hypophysis. Next, coming to the adenohypophysis, it is a anterior lobe. It is the largest part of the pituitary gland and it will be distinguished into 3 parts, pars distalis, pars tubularis and also pars intermediata. These 3 lobes mainly made up of 3 type of cells, that is a peripheral basophil cells, central acidophil cells and also chromophil cells. The chromophil cells are precursor cells of acidophils and also basophils. In this adenohypophysis The six hormones are these six tropic hormones are target hormones which will be secreted. Hormones of the pituitary gland, that is a GH or a STH. GH, that is nothing but a growth hormone or a somatotropic hormone. Then ACTH, that is a adenocorticotropic hormone, and also TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. FSH, that is a follicle stimulating hormone. Then LH, that is a luteinizing hormone. LTH, that is a luteotropic hormone. Mainly these six hormones which will be released in case of a adenohypophysis or a anterior lobe. Then vasopressin and oxytocin, that is released in case of a neurohypophysis or a posterior lobe. Then MSH, that is a melanocyte stimulating hormone which will be released in a intermediate lobe. Here you can see the hormone which will be released from the pituitary gland and also where they target and how they affect on a particular tissue. So first coming to this is a posterior pituitary lobe, that is a neurohypophysis. Here the ADH, that is nothing but a vasopressin. Vasopressin, the ADH, nothing but a antidiuretic hormone which will be mainly target to the kidney and also sweat glands. It will be helpful for the water balance in the body, and also in case of a OT, the OT it is nothing but the oxytocin which will be mainly target to the female reproductive system, which will be triggered to the uterine contraction during the baby birth. So these two hormones released in case of a posterior pituitary gland. So next coming to the anterior pituitary. In case of a anterior pituitary, there is a six hormones will be releases. I already told you these target hormones are tropic hormones which will be released in case of a anterior pituitary lobe. So first coming to the LH, that is a luteinizing hormone. Mainly it targets a reproductive system. It will be stimulate the production of a sex hormones by gonads, or it will be helpful for the ripening of a gonads. Next coming to the FSH. FSH, it is a nothing but a follicle stimulating hormone. Mainly its target a reproductive system, and also it will be stimulate the production of a sperms and also eggs. TSH, that is a thyroid stimulating hormone. So mainly it is helpful for the releasing of a thyroid hormone or a thyroxine in the body. Mainly it is a regulating of a body metabolism. The next coming to the PRL, that is a prolactin. Mainly the prolactin, it will be targets a mammary gland. It will be helpful for the ejaculation of a milk in a mammary gland. Next coming to the then GH, that is a growth hormone. Mainly it will target a liver, bone and also muscles. It will be enhance the growth and also it will enhance the body metabolic rate. And also next coming to the ACTH, that is a adrenal gland. So ACTH, that is a adrenocorticotropic hormone. It will be targets a adrenal gland mainly, which will be target to the production of glucocorticoids and mineral corticoids in the body. Here you can see the pituitary gland and the hormones where they get target. Here FSH and also LHS, they are mainly helpful for the reproduction. Then next coming to the GH, that is a growth hormone. It will be stimulate for the development of bones and also tissues. And also PRL, that is a prolactin. It will be helpful for the ejaculation of a milk. And also ACTH, that is a adrenocorticotropic hormone. Mainly it will be helpful for the releasing of a corticoids, adrenal corticoids and mineral corticoids. Next, coming to the TSH, that is a thyroid stimulating hormone. It will be helpful for the releasing of a thyroid gland. These 6 hormones which will be released in case of a anterior pituitary lobe. Then next, coming to the posterior pituitary lobe, so that is a oxytocin and also ADH nothing but a vasopressin. So ADH, that is a antidiuretic hormone. Mainly it will be helpful for the water balance in case of a kidney. So that is a oxytocin. It will be target the, mainly there is a, during the baby birth it will be smoothening of a uterine muscles, or during the, it triggers the uterine contraction during the parturition time, and also it will releases a oxytocin, and it will be enhance the mammary gland to the ejaculation of a milk. And also in the intermediate lobe, I already told you, that is a MSH gland. So MSH hormone will be releases. The MSH, that is a melanocyte stimulating hormone, which will be help for the skin coloration, and it gives the pigmentation of a skin. In the next class, we will discuss about hormones and its functions. Thank you.